Welcome everybody to Solaris VII, episode 0.5. We're still in character creation, but we have 4 characters now. If everybody could please give me a short review of who they are and where they're from, starting at Eastbourne.
Well, I am Mirena Hafa. I am from a somewhat weird place. My parents were space nomads. We stranded on a planet, and everyone got kind of murdered there, except I managed to get off in like a reconnaissance squad, and that way got to where we are now.
Go for it, Heath.
Sorry?
I said go for it, Heath.
Yeah, my pilot's named Bob. Grew up on Solaris VII, fought for a slot in a mech, ended up with a rifleman mech, mainly the RFL 3N. Looking forward to hopefully getting my hands on one of the 3Cs eventually.
Nice. Hedge.
Yes, my pilot is Caleb Archer. He hails from Ford, where he did a little bit of creative accounting to come up with his mech, and really welcome back home. So, moved on to Solaris to find his way out of trouble.
And Zerder.
My pilot name is Arnstein Elden. He is the space Viking fixing man. He's piloting a Wolverine 6R. He's from Newbergen, which is a good 20 jumps away. He's probably the one that's furthest away from home. And yeah.
So I worked with Heath a little bit between since the last session to get his character created and added a new thing to the world. If you look in the upper left-hand corner of the map in New Texas, you see a place called The Outfit. It is actually a gang den. We'll leave it simple for now. They are people of negotiable ethics, and they are generally aligned with you, as opposed to aligned against you.
We're still on the Valkyrie map.
Oh, you're still on. Well, never mind then. I thought I moved you guys. Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
Anyway, so up the top left, and I randomly put it about as far away as I could put it. Anyway, so it's called The Outfit. That is, their home base is approximately there, compared to where you guys are. And yeah, they are people of negotiable ethics, and they are generally favorable towards you. So we will go ahead and roll, I think, at this point, right into Decuma. The way this goes, so I don't know if you guys had a chance to look at the instructions, but the way this goes is, I've actually drawn cards to save us some time, but generally I would draw a card from the Major Arcana suit, and read it out, and then you guys, or as a group, generally you guys, but we all come to an agreement. Oh, sorry. You guys, brain fart. You guys listen to it, start thinking about it. I will then go through the people in order, drawing a card for each of them, and they will. Well, I'll read it out since we don't have a way to do it otherwise. But then you answer your question, and once we've gone through all 4 characters, we'll rotate back to the Major Arcana card that I drew first, and we'll answer it as a group. If anybody. If I draw a card that your character doesn't like, draw a card for you that you don't want to answer, just tell me I don't want to answer that. We'll toss that one. I have some spares drawn. If we find or if, well, you go, yeah, we've already kind of answered that, we'll go on for the next one. Same sort of thing. And then at the end, if everybody agrees that we don't answer the Major Arcana card, I've got more of those drawn. So we will go. There are 5 draws, so there'll be 5 rounds. So it'll go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, something like that. We'll go through. So the group, the Major Arcanas are group draws, basically, that everybody answers. There's also a group answer. The last card drawn will be also. There's 5. Yeah, the last card drawn will also be a group answer that is directed at a person. So, starting first, and I'll go ahead and copy these into the text chat just so we have a record of them in Discord. What? No, I don't want to ping. I want to copy text. Copy. Paste. Why is it?
If more than 2,000 characters, it will.
It's like a single line.
Oh no.
Control Shift V. I think Shift should normally
There we go. Thank you.
force past formatting.
Highlighting. Yeah.
Okay, so for the group, we were involved in a mystery. What happened and how it was resolved. So start thinking about that. And we will go to Arnstein. Your first draw was the 6 of Wands. So first round will be relationship questions. Second round will be location questions. Generally speaking, the relationship questions will be with another member of the group. Location questions will tend to be physical locations or outside groups. So for your first relationship question, I drew the 6 of Wands. Copy. Control Shift V. There we go. You partnered with blank to do something shady. What was it? So who did you partner with to do something shady, and what did you do? And this is towards Arnstein.
I partnered with Marina trying to find a dealer that would sell me Valkyrie parts.
That's not very shady. Eastbourne, you okay with being the partner?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
I never said the dealer had to be of the up and front kind.
So you
Back alley dealings, basically.
They might get me cheaper parts, like ridiculously cheap.
partnered with Marina to find black market mech parts.
Yeah.
You probably should, guys should write some of this stuff down too. So I'm typing it down, but so you remember as well. Yes. To purchase black market. How did this go? Like, okay, so everybody feel free to ask leading questions to kind of develop this as well. But yeah, no, how did this turn out? Were you guys successful, failures? Got the parts, but they blew up. What was the got the parts and now you have them? I mean,
no, got the parts. Definitely not got the parts and now have them because reasons. I'm thinking either wrong or faulty parts.
I would say wrong parts. Like, if you check the serial in the back, you would see, like, it's like some repurposed thing,
so
like scraps for something.
So instead of getting parts for Valkyrie, you instead got parts for a Wasp.
Yeah, but they changed it, like welded stuff on it and removed stuff from it to make it look like.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and leave that there. Going on to Caleb, your first relationship question. Copy. Control Shift paste. Was the Knight of Wands. You tried to impress blank and failed. What did you do and how did you fail?
All right. Let's see. Well, I tried to impress Bob. Trying to figure out what I did. I'd have to say it was a match of drinks at a bar, and it was basically, I told him that I could drink him under the table, and well, I ended up flat on my face.
I like this.
So Bob, after you drank Caleb under the table, did you get him back up, leave him there, take him home? Like,
You know what? I picked him up, but on the way back, he has a tattoo he's not going to realize for a day or two.
all right, so I'm gonna go with Caleb. Caleb, do you know have you discovered this said tattoo yet? I'm probably yes.
I'm assuming it's a scratch from the fight before the drinking.
So it's not a very good tattoo.
No.
Okay. All right. So
Of course, I mean, a tattoo artist who gives a tattoo to a passed out guy, it's not going to be on the most up and up.
All right. Marina, yours is the next question. Copy, Control, Shift, paste. 10 of Cups. You shared a heartbreak or dark secret with blank. Who? What made you trust them?
That's a difficult one. Maybe I shared a heartbreak with Caleb. Heartbreak of like someone I looked up to, which wasn't actually a heartbreak. Probably a bit more like I thought I was in love, but wasn't. And I'm assuming something like a captain of a company or something, someone in power.
Yeah, we can leave that open. We can come up with the character later. With yeah.
What made me trust him because of that? I guess he tried to hook me up with him, but
So this is somebody that Caleb knows.
Either that or he used his channels that he has to get me like in some kind of like talk with people like where we would be alone, like in the hallway or something, you know.
Sure.
Do you have any ideas, kid?
I know.
Hmm?
Sure, I know a guy. I can hook you up.
Yeah, you know a guy. Set. All right. I think I spelled your name wrong, but we'll go with that. All right. So you know a guy. We'll figure out who that person is. We should know who that NPC is because they may well come up again. But all right. And then finally, Bob. Copy this. You shared an epic failure with somebody, but it brought you closer. Who did you fail with, and what did you fail at?
Ooh, that's a good one. How about Marina?
Sure.
And getting some of the money back for the wrong parts that she helped somebody else buy.
So you.
But I don't know who that other person is yet.
Tried to get the money. So you failed at trying to get the money back. Sure. For wrong parts. And I'm gonna go with, and you guys no longer have the parts. So since it's an epic failure, like you walked out of there with your lives, but not much else. All right, and that brings us through round 1. So we were involved with a mystery. What happened and how was it resolved?
Does it have to tie into the rest of the questions?
No, it can be independent of that. It should be the entire group. So all four of you and possibly the Valkyrie stable as a whole, but the four of you were involved with some sort of mystery. Murder mystery, robbery,
I'm gonna
ghost.
go out on a very obvious limb and go mech sabotage
That's what I was thinking too.
discovered.
I like that.
I wrote this down, but it's not really mystery, so with the sabotage, it would kind of work out. Or support
All
was
right.
basically sabotaged and were totally killed in action, and we are the replacements.
Oh, so like the previous group, the previous runners of. Okay, so,
I think everyone.
and you guys are mech sabotage.
I'm thinking sort of egotistically because mech sabotage would be something Arnstein would pick up on.
Sure.
Because that cable is not supposed to be cut.
So is this something that you guys like led to the death of the previous Lance that you guys are replacing? Did you guys, like, when you came in, maybe Arnstein discovered that, hey, this wasn't all in the up and up, or was it already completely cleared up by the time you guys joined up?
Well, I imagine seeing some, half destroyed empty mechs in the corner would cause us to, look into it a little bit more.
Maybe we were part of the company before, but like not in the actual mechs, and we are now.
Question, open-ended. Would Arnstein have been one of the previous techs that, because of the sabotage, would have decided to, heck no, I'm gonna control my own mech?
Sabotage of a whole lance is probably a bit much, but I could definitely see maybe a single mech. Maybe one of the other lances, a mech in one of the other lances in the stable, and maybe we don't know who's responsible yet.
That will work.
That works.
Yeah, the assault mech, because assault,
Yeah.
big, heavy things.
So mech sabotage of it is the Battlemaster. Okay, so the Battlemaster is run by the commander of Valkyrie. Did you guys discover it before she went into battle, or did she go into battle with a sabotaged mech and you guys realized it after it happened? After. So she was the group discovered it after battle was joined.
Arnstein would probably have noticed some servo or arm actuator, or some actuator somewhere not doing the correct motions.
Right, it's like that for this amount of input should be moving 32.5 degrees. It's only moving 31.35.
Almost, but close enough. Something like that. Like that limb isn't quite how it's usually moving.
So what was your guys's, like, so you're the owner of the stable you guys work in, and the person who has the heaviest mech in the stable is stomping around on a battlefield in a sabotaged mech. How did you, like, did you break the rules and, like, go out in your own mechs and, like, pull her off the battlefield, or did you, like, because generally you wouldn't have been able to, like, radio in and say, hey. So how did you resolve, because she's still alive, how did you resolve did you save her life? Did she just power through and end up losing, but is still, like, around?
could be that the mech ejected her or something, or she ejected herself from the mech and ran all the way back as far as she could. So we got the chance to scoop her up.
I'd like to think Arnstein has enough pride in his work that him being part of a stable that has things going bad would be wrong for his reputation, and he would probably ruin his reputation trying to save her. As in be the one actively trying to strap into his mech and wanting to go in to pull her out either as a pilot or as
Sure.
the mech.
If she would be
I
wounded,
can see that.
do the same.
Based on that, so maybe that partway through the battle, Arnstein realizes that something's wrong. He's strapping into his mech and heading out, and then while he's still on his way, the battle master unexpectedly ejects her, ending the match essentially. But she's maybe only minorly injured because of the ejection, and he's there to recover her.
So let me do a little leading here. So Arnstein, you discover it, you tell the rest of your lance, hey, this is going on, and you all four strap into mechs and start loading them up to head out to her, and that's when she ejects, perhaps?
Yeah.
Because this is like a group question, so I want you, LB.
She be wounded in some kind of way.
I imagine if we're, I was supposed to say, imagine if we're watching, we're going to start noticing small things that start bugging us, like, her aim is off, or her aim's, where the aim is normally not off.
Right.
Especially after Arnstein picks up on and tells you guys, look at that upper arm actuator, it's moving 5 degrees slow. Or something.
All right. And she is injured but not killed for sure. All right. So that ends round 1. Round 2, the first, and we'll go reverse order now. So round 2, the group question. Oh shoot! Control Shift V. If someone was going to describe our group, what would they say is our biggest challenge or flaw? So go ahead and start thinking about that. And starting at player 4, so that's Bob. Your first location card, oopsie, is copy. Control Shift V. Nope. How are exceptional members of our location recognized? So either recognized by, well, yeah, how are exceptional members of our group or city or...
So are you looking at like the group, like the 4 of us, or are you looking at our company or the civilian, the planet? What size?
So this is think more than just your lance. Think at least the size of your company, or possibly this, like the people in the city, or possibly the people on the planet. But think at least the size of the company of Valkyrie.
I would say for the company, it would be more along the lines of loyal to our commander.
Right. Well,
trying to help out each other, type of stuff. Okay, go ahead.
So the question, yeah, that's what would earn you perhaps, but like how what do people do? Like, is there some sort of monetary reward? Is there, like, if this were a military game, like command ribbons, or like, how do you guys have a party to celebrate? Hey, such and so did amazing this last, like, how how are people in this area, how are you as a group, or how are you as an individual, if you do something exceptional, how does either the city or the company or recognize, hey, you did something exceptional?
Oh, I have to go with parties.
So you guys, big
You
party.
win, almost like Mardi Gras. Think about it as you win. There's a parade. They're celebrating you.
Parties held, basically.
Sure.
Pretty much.
All right. Big party. Works for me.
And a little bit smaller parties when we lose.
All right. So second question for you, Marina. Copy. Right, what Zerder said there. Yep. Doggone it. Control Shift V. So, Ace of Coins. Our location has a valuable resource, but it's gone now. What was it, and why is it gone?
Are there specific resources used for specific weapons, like laser weapons and stuff, like some sort of crystal or something?
Yeah. So generally speaking, like, be like artificially crafted. So like, you need a 3-foot long ruby in order to make a small laser. So that is like crafted.
Lost tech.
Yeah. So that's always an option. Lost tech is so lost. What lost tech is it is technology from about 350-ish years ago, when humanity was at its peak, and basically before the succession wars started, where humanity has been working on beating each other back into the Stone Age. So there'd be lost tech. Another thing that might have been here that we could have lost would be something like, hey, this part of the city used to have a lot of really good stables. So basically the valuable resource in this case would be like money. Basically it no longer has the good stables, and so long, like, there's a lot of poverty and stuff like that. That'd be another thing that's possible.
What about that there was a pretty high standard of living before? Does that count as a valuable resource? I mean, kind of money or resources as well.
Yeah.
Right?
Used to.
And it got lost because too much was invested into stables. They couldn't keep up the rest of the standard of living to support the stables.
But so used to be a wealthy area, but the stables here have fallen on hard. So what this makes me picture in my head is, it used to be like, you can see the remnants of digital billboards on the sides of buildings, and like the neon signs on bars are missing half their neon, and so you kind of get that used to be look much better, be much cleaner, and now there's like dirt in the streets and trash and that sort of thing.
Kind of like it could accompany something like the general population of the area either recalling the good old days or representing the current stables that are left.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. So you go into a noodle shop and you hear some people like recounting battles from the glory days of like 20 years ago.
Depends if you want to take it as a negative or a positive.
Well, this is so the card came up inverted, so generally you thinking possibly more negative. So I think the forward facing side of this, and by the way, guys, if you want me to flip any of these cards to have the other side, just you can tell me that as well. So the other side of this would be something on, our location has a valuable resource that was recently discovered. What is it?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay. Glory days. of 20 years. Yars. So 20 years ago, this place was wealthy and wonderful, and it's been on a steady decline since then. Basically, the lost resource is wealth and power. Sound like a plan? Sound good? All right. Moving on to hedge for next card. Control copy. Shift V. You used to be close to someone in this location, but that ended. What happened? And so this is like an NPC. Who are they and what
I
happened?
know a guy.
Yeah. Very fitting for your character.
Let's see. So I need to come up with a name then, and what the relationship was. Let's see. Names. I'm not really good with names. So let's say it was a weapons dealer, somebody who could get you parts on the cheap. But he was a high class. His black market, but he was a good reputation.
Sure.
And I didn't quite keep my end of the last deal I had with him. I came up a little short on the cash.
The end of the last deal. So you still owe this person money and they're looking for it, or you basically
I paid him enough to where he's not actively hunting me down, but I ain't getting no more from him until I come up with the rest of the cash.
Sure.
It sees you. He's gonna bug you about it, right?
I pay some friends to.
Yeah. My GM brain is already going. Well, we're definitely gonna have name for this person because they're absolutely gonna come up.
Name generator.
I go to behind the name.
All right, I'll see what I can come up with here.
Sure.
I usually think of unusual names, just off the top of my head.
I'm gonna go. You owe at least 50,000 sea bills to this person.
All right.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's like a nice new car.
So we're talking what, a couple medium lasers?
We're talking like a couple of large lasers, or like 6 mediums, or
right,
maybe a PPC, that sort of thing. All right.
Oh, I like this one. It came up with
Sure.
Ernesto Phil.
Sorry, type it into chat.
Yeah.
Ernesto Filbert. Okay, I like it. ERNESTO FILIBERT. High class. All right. Yep, got it all. All right. So, and then we're on to Arnstein for their location question. Control Shift V. Our location or has a major benefit or advantage over other locations like it. What is that benefit? So why is it good to be here as opposed to somewhere else?
I'm thinking Valkyrie Stables has a major benefit because it's right next to a major traffic artery. Like, shipments go right past. Like, there's no trouble finding people to deliver parts for you, to you. others might not be that lucky, like someone in New Texas, back ass end of nowhere.
Right, and like people live. It's like an easy commute to get to your stable.
Yeah, it's right next to a major bus route or train or whatever.
Sure.
And trucks can basically just stop, unload, and just keep driving
Sure.
instead of trying to back up inside like 15
So
narrow alleyways.
So okay, let me run this by you. So the way I picture, and we'll quickly go to the this one right here. Gotta drag you guys there. The way I picture this working, so that we don't have a bunch of mechs walking around town, because that's a recipe for trouble. The way I picture this working is there is like a rail car system that pulls, like a wagon pulls into this section over here, that you guys load your mechs up into mech harnesses that then takes you to either if it's close by, takes you directly to the arena, or if it's like on the other side of the planet, takes you to the spaceport where the dropships are located. And so maybe you guys are on this major thoroughfare where you can basically load up in your mech, hop on the thing, and within like a half an hour, you are setting up on the battlefield if it's close by, or maybe you're 20 minutes away from the spaceport. So it's not like you've been sitting in your mech for an hour and a half while you're slowly trundling through traffic, waiting for it to actually get to the spaceport, and then you get away to the space. It's like that.
Yeah, like one of you stables location that's actually really, really close to a major throughput for the rail systems.
On the of a major for the.
There's a hidden downside to that one.
What lots
Maybe.
noise?
Nope. We might have to wait for the other guys to show up.
Well, it's one of those things where you guys are battling at 6 a.m. So
Yep.
if it's a half an hour drive for you to get there, you're leaving at 5:30 or before. If it's 3 hour drive for you to get there, you're getting up at 2 a.m. so you can be out the door before 3 a.m.
Yep.
So very short time.
That's close to major road. Easy transport or easy travel.
Yep. All right. Let's go ahead and go back to the group question. So group question for this round is, if someone's going to describe our group, what is your biggest challenge or flaw?
So I'm thinking maybe something like overinflated egos. We're all a little bit.
Arnstein is the best mech fixer ever.
Well, especially considering you guys are, judging by your skills, you guys are relatively inexperienced mech pilots. Like, I think Hedge, you may be the only one that has a skill in both pilot and shoot.
Same here.
Yeah, I don't think I got even that much. I think it's just Eastbourne Marina.
Both have 0.
So you guys have an overinflated egos. I'm thinking your commander reminds you of this, not daily necessarily, but regularly.
It might work because my character is kind of like quiet and unsure of herself, but she would be drowned out by the rest. So our group would be viewed as very overconfident, I guess, right?
Oh, sounds like us.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'll drink you under the table.
Yeah, Top Gun mentality type of thing.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
All right, and that ends round 2. Round 3. Group question? Nope. do Control Shift because the thingy is dumb. Group question round 3. What does the group believe is the punishment for evil deeds? Not just and don't, and I will preface, this isn't just, oh, you're gonna go to prison, but think, do you guys believe in karma, and what does that look like? All right, so now moving on to our second round of
What would be the flip of that if it wasn't reverse?
Give me a second and I will load up Decuma. Hold on. I knew I should have had this open.
I'm guessing the reward for good deeds, but
so that is the magician. Magician. Okay. What does the group believe is the reward for good deeds? Is the flip side of that.
Holly's born.
And do we want to X that, since this is a very this is not a fantasy setting?
Personally, I have an idea, but I would be willing to exit if other people feel uncomfortable answering that one.
it's not so much uncomfortable.
Let's go ahead and X that one. That moves us on to, okay. Extra draws.
Because in my mind also, this setting isn't as black and white as like D&D or other games. This is more shades of gray.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on past the magician, we'll move on to the high priestess. What, everybody point to the character in the group they trust the least. Okay, so the way we'll do this, is Eastbourne is number 1, Heath is number 2, Hedge is number 3, Zerder's number 4, just basically top to bottom. I'll give you guys a countdown. Please type into the text chat, and when you hear me say 3, then go ahead and put the answer in. So give you guys a second. Oh, actually, no, we'll cover this at the end, right? So think about it. Who do you trust the least? So we got rid of that one, and we're gonna drop in that one. All right, so round 3 of location questions. We started off with round 1 was Arnstein to oh, that was there. Okay. Still on the quarters map. Well, there we go. Now we're back to here. My brain is resetting. Sorry.
No.
We'll start with on round 3. So second relationship question with Hedge. So we'll go Hedge. Yeah. Control Shift V. Caleb. You suspect that blank has deep feelings for you, but they haven't said anything. And these can be like romantic feelings, friendship feelings, like
distrust.
I would say not necessarily. I would say probably non-negative feelings. But I guess that's up to Hedge.
Yeah, I got to figure out how I want to play that.
And I don't say distrust with the meaning that one would distrust a person's mech piloting capabilities, but it could be something like, I think he has something he hasn't told me yet, kind of thing.
Or it could be, I'm thinking it's more like I saved, stepped in front of a AC-20 shot on the battlefield sometime, and took a hit for somebody that was in trouble. So I'm thinking I think I'm going to go with Bob again, and
I would like to spread the connections around a little bit.
all right. Let's see.
Sorry,
Well,
Bob.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. What's a D2? We'll just do it that way. All right, so that comes up Marina, and I stepped in front of an AC-10 shot in the last battle we were in together that was gonna core her mech.
It makes sense. Since we're like a retreated kind of mech, like very vulnerable in the back.
So the deep feelings are along the lines of respect and gratitude, and they just haven't told you yet.
Yeah, that's more the gratitude or wanting to. Yeah, gratitude is probably the best way to put it.
Okay. Respect and gratitude. I will leave it up to you, Eastbourne, to decide if that is true or false or how shaded that is. And the fun part is that can just come out in game. But Caleb, you believe deeply that Marina has deep feelings about you. Does that make sense? Yes.
Yep.
All right. So that is Caleb. Let's go with Marina next. Control Shift. No, just Control Copy. Control Shift V. Marina, you think that blank will cut and run if things get too risky.
Oh, that's gonna be Bob.
I gotta ask, why do you think that?
Right. Well, this is kind of made up, right? But
Yeah.
because of the was with the thing with the trying to drink, what was it? Winning the drinking contest. I'm assuming he's kind of like a big talker. So I'm assuming that at some point when things would get really rough, he would turn around and just run out.
Sure.
Like he couldn't, right? Because he's used to winning with drinking and stuff like that, partying.
Sounds good, Bob? Yes or no?
Sure.
All right.
She doesn't know what the
so-
truth is.
Yeah. Heath, go ahead and say again.
Oh, I said she doesn't know what the truth is.
Yeah,
Right.
Correct. That's what my character would think.
All right. So now that we move on to Bob for round 3, copy. Control Shift V. The ambition you see in blank scares you.
The ambition in blank scares me.
Yes.
Okay, so does it have to be one of the 3 other characters, or could be an NPC?
I would say it would be best if it was one of the other 3 characters.
Okay.
And if you don't want to answer that question, we can exit out and move on to another question.
No, I like the question. I'm thinking the best, what I would like to see on that one myself, or who I think would be the most ambitious or most, up and coming talented person I've seen. We'll go with the Deserter.
All right. So the mission you see in Arnstein
Arnstein.
Which
scares
could be
you.
fitting because he's ambitious enough to try and build his own mech.
So here's the question. Why does it scare you? Does it scare you because Arnstein's going to get themselves killed? Is it because you think they might get you killed? or
I don't know how dedicated or how much drive he has for his own personal goals over the goals of the group.
so
I
you
don't know which one comes first for him.
seeing him put his own goals ahead of the group's needs.
Right.
Sound good, Arnstein?
Oh yeah.
It's also what he thinks. It's not.
Yep.
It has to be true.
Yeah, no,
I'm gonna fire
makes
back
it
the
easy.
same comment. He doesn't know what's true.
right, and that's
No, it's just
all right. That brings us all the way to the top to Arnstein for your second relationship question. Control Shift V. You and blank are working together on something important. What is it? I have an idea, but
I have an idea too, but I would like to clarify which one of Caleb and Bob was the get things person.
That's gonna be me.
yeah, it's Caleb. Caleb is definitely get things, and I know people, and Bob is very much along the lines of I may not know everybody, but everybody loves me.
Nah, my mech actually wouldn't be that important in the grand scheme of things. Hold on.
Sure. Something important to at least you, if possibly you and the person you're going with.
Actually, yeah, I will go with me and Caleb are working together on sourcing more parts for the Valkyrie. Because it's important to Arnstein, and Arnstein hopes it could open up more connections for Caleb.
Definitely, always need new people to talk to.
So working together on something important. So, Caleb, why? I want to know why you're involved with Arnstein's pet project.
Because he pays well.
Oh, accurate.
At least I'm really hoping he does.
You haven't been paid yet, but you're confident.
Guy. Anybody with ambition to put a mess together better have some C-bills somewhere.
I love it. All right, and that brings us back to our High Priestess. So if everybody wants to put in, but not enter yet, everybody point to the character in the group they trust the least. And I'll give a
what
count.
numbers were who?
So in the roleplay voice channel, top to bottom. So Eastbourne's number 1, you're number 2, Hedge is 3, and Zerder is 4.
The number in and hit enter at the same time.
Yep. So just put the number in, and I'll give you to when I say 5 is when I want you to hit enter. All right. So
On 5.
on 5, not after 5. On 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so
Battle lines have been drawn.
yeah, so
I did it on roll 20, so
trust. Caleb trusts number 2, Bob the least. Arnstein trusts.
Caleb distrusts Arnstein.
Caleb distrusts Arnstein. Yep.
Okay, I misheard it.
No wait. Caleb trusts Bob. the least. Oh no, Arnstein. No, you're
Caleb
right.
and
You're
Bob-
right. You're right. I typed it
Caleb
in
and
wrong.
Bob distrust Arnstein. Arnstein and Marina distrust Bob.
Arnstein trusts. Okay, so Zerder put number 2. Bob the least. There we go. Bob trusts Arnstein the least. And Marina. I spelled that wrong, and I keep spelling it like the place that you pull up to a boat to.
You guys always spell it Marina, right? Instead of Mirina.
Yeah, I spell it Marina instead of Mirina.
Yeah.
Trusts Bob the least. All right. Awesome. So that ends round 3. Round 4. So control shift, just control copy. There we go. Round 4 group question. Nope. Control shift V. Someone powerful revealed something negative about our group. Who was it and what did they reveal? So go ahead and start thinking about that. So round 4 questions. So we did Caleb going down last time. So let's go Marina going up this time. Marina, second location question. Oh, shift V. I wish it would just do that automatically. Our location, I think I'm going to X that one. Our location occasionally participates in a competitive event. I'm going to X that one.
The whole of Solaris 7 is about that question.
Unless you, yeah. So unless we say it's like darts at a local bar or something.
I would like to see what the other one would be.
Okay, so we're gonna X that one out. That was a little too on the nose. This is location, right? Yes, location.
Yes.
Show copy. Really? I can't. Oh, I hate OneNote. It's so control copy. So
that ties in with the sabotage, but we don't know who it is.
So someone we trusted betrayed our betrayed our location. Who was it, and how did they betray us? So it could be related to the sabotage.
Yeah, but I mean, the answer I give here, we probably would not know, right?
Probably,
if
yeah.
That would be the case. Yeah.
Or you only have hints that it's this person.
Right. So what I would say is it's not like a character from our personal group, right?
Right.
Okay. If that's okay, right?
Yep. Location questions are aimed more at NPCs.
Okay. So, I guess one of the service crew. Let's name him.
Ooh. I like it.
Let's see how we're gonna name him. Something easier to pronounce.
Thank you. My English speaking me appreciates.
Olaf.
Rake, like the tool rake, maybe.
Okay, rake.
Like that.
Okay. Do they have a last name?
Do we want a last name? Do we have like the last names of our service crew, or are they just like very simple?
I haven't named any of the NPCs around yet, with the exception of your guys' commander. So it's up to you. Okay, so questions for you. Is this a assistant tech or is it one of the head techs?
Assume like an assistant tech.
Was involved. And I'm thinking you guys have I'm gonna go with you. You haven't discovered that it was this person. You just know that somebody in your group had to have been involved in order to do this. They're an assistant technician for Lance 1. So generally they would not be involved with maintenance on the Battlemaster, but involved with sabotaging. All right. And I will fill in a whole bunch of more details about that, about the whys and the wherefores and the hows and stuff.
Sure.
So,
Don't forget the how much.
exactly. Swinging back around to that a little bit, you guys can tell that the sabotage that happened to and I'll go ahead and give you her name. Her name is Noguchi Mariko. So family name of Noguchi, given name of Nariko. She goes by Tai-E, which is Japanese, basically captain. So I will go ahead and copy that into. So she is your commander. So the four of you, doggone it, I keep forgetting. Her call sign is Tai-E.
Not Kaicho?
No, not Kaicho. I almost went with Shosa, which would be Sergeant, but I was like, nah. The four of you got so you're all have some skill in working on mechs just because of your association with them. So you guys got the mech back in, and Arnstein showed off to the group, hey, the explosive bolts that were supposed to open up the hatch so that when the ejector seat lit off were part of the sabotage, and it was pure luck, battle damage caused them to correctly light. So what was supposed to happen was her ejection seat was supposed to hit the canopy of her mech, which is a bad time.
Trying to force a seat through a metal plate that's very thick.
Well, yeah, you trying to force a seat through battle armor when the ejection seat launches you 35-40 feet into the air, so that your parachute has time to deploy and stuff. So good old 9G kick in the pants when you eject. Yeah. So the explosive bolts that open the head were supposed to fail, and the sabotage was either incomplete or some sort of battle damage caused them to correctly explode when the ejection was launched. All right. That was Marina, right? Okay, so going down from there, we're going to Bob for location question number 2. Our location... Oh, sorry, I should probably actually copy that, paste. Control copy. Control Shift V, because it's dumb. Our location is celebrated for something that happened in the past. What was it?
Isn't there a giant Valkyrie head on the top of our building?
Yes.
I would say for defeating that mech and taking it as salvage, as a trophy, as a war trophy or battle trophy.
Sure. So it's celebrated for the. I'm gonna go with a little bit of the Valkyrie that the head came from was from a planetary invasion that this stable tried, or that this stable assisted in defeating, and basically you guys as civilians, or not you guys specifically, but your stable as civilians went out in the field of battle against an army and came back with the battle salvage from the Valkyrie.
I like it.
of a... We're going to go with of Free Worlds League's forces during the third... So, tried to invade Solaris. All right. So, celebrated for the defeat of the Free Worlds League forces during the Third Succession War when they tried to invade Solaris. The Valk head was collected as scrap from the battle. It's a pristine. Awesome. I like it. So going back to the top, we're on to Arnstein for your location question number 3. Or sorry, location question. Control Shift. A group of people in our location purposefully damaged something. What was damaged and why?
Some guys decided to sabotage a battle master to win the fight.
I
know.
I want to move to a little bit broader than that, so I have more bits. So that somebody may be damaged, like knocked power out for the area, or something else other than just the battle master salvage, not sabotage.
Given that we're so close to the major transport routes, I'm guessing there's some other infrastructure like power, telecommunications, which nobody would dare tamper with.
Well, accurate, but maybe somebody messed with the local HPG array, hyperpulse generator array. You got a suggestion, Hedge?
No, it possible it could play into the mystery. The HPG is an interesting thing to sabotage.
I'm torn between the HPG array and the substation, electrical substation.
So somebody knocked out power to a large area?
Yeah, and I'm almost tempted to say it's the stage before the substation. Like...
Right. Like the main lines coming into town, or...
Yeah, like the substation is like a couple of blocks.
Right.
The next step up would cover like 8 substations.
Sure, you're talking some major like section of the city.
Yeah, like I'm guessing there has to be protesters about the battles.
Okay,
and
so
the way they're being handled.
So we're gonna go with you want to go with a power station, a power substation.
Yeah, a power station by protesters, and there's a very fine line I'm going to draw here.
Sure.
And I'm going to say it. Greenpeace are protesters, but they use dying dirty tricks to protest.
So we're talking, yeah. So we're talking less march in the street protesters and more. This was a riot.
Yeah, like there's video evidence of Greenpeace ramming whalers' boats.
Right.
Like
that's almost
terrorist group. So
yeah,
destroyed by. We'll go by a terrorist group.
Terrorist group or something.
The why is because of the fighting going on.
The live fire sports of mech battle.
Oh, it's just directly against this whole planet, basically.
Yeah, it's like I would think they would if all the live fire exercises would stop, like it was just simulated fire and the melee stuff, they would be fine.
Right.
But the live fire actually slinging metal and light beams at each other, that's not a cup of tea.
Okay, I'm not gonna go with Greenpeace, but we are gonna go with that. So I'm gonna. His power station was destroyed by a terrorist group to against the Solaris VII mech combats. But did they? So was this? What is this group called? I want a name for this terrorist organization that is basically protesting and blowing up things in direct, like, counter to what you guys do every day to earn your food.
Yeah. Anyone got any ideas?
KTP for Keep the Peace.
All right.
Keep the
Or-
planet.
Or actually, I thought of something. The new Solaris initiative.
Ooh, I like that. It's
Ooh.
vague.
Yeah.
30 plus blocks in the area of.
Shortened to NSI.
The group is called. Okay, so New Solaris Initiative.
Yeah.
New Solaris Initiative. Oh, fancy. I like it. No, not initiate. Stupid spell check. Initiative. There we go. All right. The group is called New Solaris Initiative. And I think that's got all 4 of you for the location questions. Or no,
I got
Caleb.
Marina, Bob, and Arnstein. So Caleb, yeah.
Caleb, for your second location question. Copy. Control Shift V. Someone vital left our location but returned. Why did they leave and what brought them back? So this could be like another mech warrior in the stable. It could be like a local business owner or business.
Sure. So, yeah. Initially, I was thinking the XO of the company.
Sure.
Why did they leave? So, let's see.
So 2 questions. If they're the XO of the company, do they pilot a mech? And what is their name?
Yes, the pilot a mech. I'm thinking probably a heavy.
So they're in the an Alpha Squad's not the right term.
Assault.
So the Lance 3, Warhammer Marauder and Orion.
Oh, it's got to be the Marauder.
All right. So XO.
Name I came up with is Stanislav Yefet. I'll put it in chat.
That's an awesome name.
Love.
And I will come back to like giving them backgrounds and stuff too. Stan is of Yefet. What is Stanislav's call sign? Anybody can answer that one.
Rook.
Rook. I like it. Stanislav Rook Yefet. I like it. All right. Hold on. Now I gotta find my place in all of this text. Caleb. The pilot mech. The So okay, so why did they leave and what brought them back?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Why did they leave? I'm thinking that it was a going back to settle a grudge, um, an old grudge, but that was just a cover for a intelligence gathering mission.
I am going to make them part of the Marshikova, the Liao intelligence agency.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, that works.
For a can somebody go to Sarna and look that up for me because I can't spell it in my brain. Was a cover for an the MAR. Of course, you guys don't know this, but I can look it up too. Sarna.net MAR. Nope. Liao. No, not the system. So the it's up here somewhere. There it is. Capellan Confederation. CAP. Capellan Confederation. The Chancellor, Prefecture. Nope, that's not right. Okay, what is their intelligence agency called? Nope. Huh, I'll find it later. For the no. So they came back once the mission was done. What story did they tell you? Did they say they succeeded at the grudge, failed at the grudge?
He wasn't very happy when he got back, and not overly communicative. So he's left the impression that the
it went
grudge
wrong.
is fulfilled. Yeah, that there's still more left to do.
Awesome. Okay. Yay, I like it. All right, so is that everybody for location round 4?
Yep.
All right, so then brings us back to judgment. Someone powerful revealed something negative about our group. Who was it and what did they reveal?
I'm thinking it ought to be something about Valkyrie stable and not just our foursome. What do y'all think?
Yep.
Yeah, why not? What about a higher ranking official or something?
Sure, like somebody with the city.
Or maybe the how are the fights organized? Is there like a sanctions, like a NCAA for BattleTech fights, or?
Yeah, so there are like 4 major broadcasting houses that broadcast these fights. There's got to be some sort of organizing body too. I don't know. I don't have a name for them, but we can name them right now.
Are we talking like the commissioner level or somebody below a commissioner who would oversee this?
I'm thinking maybe that there's allegations that Valkyrie has been bribing officials, and that's come out from one of the you said there's four groups. One of the four groups has alleged that Valkyrie has been bribing officials to get access to the battlefields early.
Okay, so we need to establish two things. What are the 4 networks that carry these fights out to, think ABC, CBS, NBC. What are the 4 networks called, and which one of them has been like? If it wasn't for the war going on, this was like their top story for the last 3 weeks.
I gave an idea for one of the broadcasting entities in Discord.
All right, so we have
Solaris Centralized Broadcasting.
I like it.
Draconis Broadcasting something or other.
Probably nothing with any of the major houses. Battle Clearinghouse, I like it. BCH is the Battle Clearinghouse. Okay. Heath and Eastbourne, you guys got names?
I mean, you and me were talking about the other day, but it was, the major, MSN, ABC type of thing. But I can't think of. I had one come to mind, but I can't remember what it was now.
Of course.
I didn't write it down. Like I should have.
Also, you can have fewer or more letters. You guys do have MSNBC or whatever,
Right.
Something or others.
Well, I mean, we do have me. Tonight on Me.
On Emmy.
Yes. Everybody just calls it Me, even though they are very clear to enunciate every time they say it on air.
Right. That makes it fun.
I can spell entertainment, I swear. And
I imagine we have something similar to like ESPN, sports. That's what they're talking about. Sports. That's where you go for all mech battles.
Sure. So maybe they don't carry the live matches, but they carry the all of the like
recordings and stats.
Yeah, the news and the analysis and all that. So we're not gonna call it ESPN because that's a little too real world.
Battle Mech, sports, question mark. Battle Mech Statistics Broadcasting Channel.
There you go.
So that is Battle Mech Statistics Broadcasting BSBC. So we're going BSBC or BMSBC. We're going to go with BSBC.
Whichever you prefer. If you hyphenate Battle Mech, it would be BMSBC.
Yeah, I'm thinking that they don't want to associate themselves with BM.
Nope.
All right, so which one of these 4 networks is the one that's accusing you breathlessly that you have been bribing officials for your matches?
That ought to be BSBC because they've got the stats and they've got the in quotation marks proof that we got better results than we should have.
It could be mass entertainment, just be rumors, right? Like a rumor mill of mass entertainment.
I like either.
I like the SBC. I want there to be some meat to the allegations or some apparent meat to it.
Okay, so BSBC has been using meta to determine that your stable is outperforming any possible realistic.
It's like they're claiming that we should be a 300 in ratings, but without any apparent change, we've risen to 250 or 230 or something.
Right. So two things or three things. Well, okay, a couple of questions. I want you guys to decide among three options. You guys are aware of this, and like you guys are fully aware of the truth, and this is true. You guys are fully aware of the truth, or I guess there's four options. And this is false. You guys are completely unaware whether or not this is true. And then you can go with personally whether you believe it's true or false. But do your characters know it to be true, know it to be false, or don't know if it is true or false?
I'm gonna go with don't know.
Okay.
I guess we would not be high up enough on the ladder to know the inner dealings.
That's kind of what I'm thinking, and it gives us a lot of room to suspect.
All right, and I'll let you guys decide whether or not your character believes it to be true or false. But up until about 3 weeks ago, this was being breathlessly reported on BSBC, and like whenever it came up in like group meetings or whatever, completely. Your commander completely denies that they're bribing anybody. Like flat out, she's saying no, we're not bribing anybody. You guys are just that good. Brain fart. But 3 weeks ago, approximately, there's this whole fourth succession war thing starting up, and so the news has been pulled away, at least for now, away from this to like anytime they're not carrying live matches, they're talking about the invasion of various Kurita and Capellan worlds. All right. And that brings us that finishes the round 4 for the group questions. So there is one more card for everybody. It is a group question, so you, as the puller of said card, will be leading the group, but I do kind of want a group consensus about the thing in general. So we're just going to go top to bottom again because my brain has fried out on being able to follow going randomly through this. So Arnstein, doggone it, yeah. Discord. Control-Shift-V. The Hermit. Our group was given information that we ignored. What did we learn and what happened?
Maybe a warning about an upcoming battle?
What about a weather warning? Certain type of outfitting, but we ignored that?
Yeah.
If we went with the battle, could it be about maybe a battle between two different stables, like not involving us?
Hey, I like that. That also adds 2 new stables to the mix. Future battle between... All right. So we need 2 stables.
New Texas is like Space America, right?
Yes, New Texas is the Merrick place, and it is Space America. And as we add, and I'll add these places to the map as I put it in. So one of them, well, we can put them either in Little Kurita or New Texas, or we can put them elsewhere as well.
Thinking we need a Davion group.
Sure. All right, I'm gonna put in that case. Draw shape. That's the color of...
But yeah, I'm liking the information about two rival stables.
So this is...
What about
Mhm.
what about a stable from the Commonwealth?
All right, so let's name the Davion one first, since I put it on the map.
Davian are the question mark.
Space French, kind of. So that's what I always see them all. They're diplomats, and they don't have the biggest armies, but they use them really well. Escargot. I mean,
Chateau d'Escargot.
I mean, just like we're Valkyrie stables, the escargot stables.
sure, we'll go with
snails.
They are the snails. All right, text. Can somebody spell that? Is that just how it's spelled in French, or is there a little?
Yep.
All right, so this is the Chateau
House of the Snails, basically.
Okay, I'll just copy pasta that. Copy. Oh, come on. Select.
Castle.
Delete. Text. So this is Chateau d'Escargot. They're very, very French. We're gonna go to map and background. Nope. Honestly, just grab all three of those. Copy. Paste. Thank you. Nope. Yeah, okay. Delete that part. Objects and tokens. Delete you. Map and background. Oh, let's undo that. Grab U3. Move you there. So Chateau d'Escargot. Objects. I'm gonna need to add new page. So this is Chateau d'Escargot. So these are Davion. All right, so the Chateau d'Escargot. We'll just go with the snails. And between snails and whom?
Commonwealth. I mean, French and Commonwealth is also a thing from the past.
So, so the Capellan Confederation, are you talking about?
Wasn't there a Commonwealth one?
So Lyrian Commonwealth, yes.
Right.
So Lyrian Commonwealth, all right. No, they're Space Germany.
Oh, okay.
French versus the Germans. Well,
sure, it fits. So give me a name for them.
I gotta go with food. We'll call them strudel.
Copy.
Strudel House.
I think everybody's hungry.
Strudel House, as in
H-A-U-S-E?
AU.
Yes. All right.
Like
so,
that.
I need to add text. So this is Strudel House. Strudelhaus. Yep, Strudel House. That's how we're. That's the thing that we're doing now. All right, Alt there.
It says we have to be serious all the time.
Oh, we don't. So the three stables that we have established are Strudel House, which is add page. So this is.
I didn't know strudel translated to whirlpool or vortex in German. Apparently it does.
Strudel House. So this is All right, so going back to the question, warning about a battle between Strudel House and Chateau de Escargot.
Well, seeing as we ignored it, it could have been an invitation from someone to figure out weak points versus a particular mech our lance has troubles with, and we ignored her, and we didn't learn the weak point.
What did we learn and what happened? So you learned about like about specific weak points. So in one of the mechs, I'm going to back that off a little bit. What did we learn and what happened?
What happened was we ignored the information.
Right, but what happened in this match is what the question in my head is.
I have a suggestion.
Sure.
Maybe it's that the warning was that the terrain would play a significant part in the upcoming match, and then there was an unexplained rock slide during the match.
Oh. And you guys didn't warn either side.
Right.
Like it.
I do too. Significant out.
So the question becomes, which side found out that we had the information that we didn't share it?
Well, you won't know. Escargot. All right. A rock slide. So the rock slide happened and gave victory to which side?
Escargot?
Okay.
Odds or evens?
Heath already called it.
I was gonna say odds or evens. Escargot's and odds, and roll a d4.
Right. And gave the victory to Escargot. All right. The party doesn't know if either side learned that they had this. All right. All right. So Caleb, question number 5. For the whole, it's the whole group, but you are the main point. Control Shift V. It's the moon. Our group supports an infamous figure that everyone else distrusts. Who are they, and why do we support them?
So do you want another stable?
Sure. Another stable would be good.
I'm thinking that there's a stable of maybe mercenaries or unaligned, not aligned with any particular area of space. And they call themselves the Misfits. And they're generally looked on as, the trash of the competitions, because they fight a little dirty. But they've helped us out in the past with things like filling in a lance, or loaning a pilot, or maybe even doing things like slipping a bribe to an official, or not that we would necessarily know, but just, you know what I'm saying.
Okay. Put them on the map. Ping a spot where their house or their stable is on the map. Oh, and we should put in. Oh, good. It's right in the middle.
Oh.
I love it. All right.
I'm suggesting in the worst place for either of us, like the place where you have to be careful which money you pull out of your pocket.
Yep. Okay, so hold on. Get rid of that. So this is grab you. We're going to put you right there. And then we're going to go to text. So this is the Misfits. Okay. And I can't read that because, of course, I can't select. We're going to move you down a little bit. There, now I can read it. All right, so we need to add, I forgot, I should have added the road that goes through when that brought up. Freehand. We're going to make you
I would say the line tool.
Oh, we'll go there if we have to. No. Yep, we're gonna go there.
Yeah.
Polygonal line. All right, so this right here is like the main road that runs past your guys' place, and then it's fed. So everybody has a feeder road that comes by them. So that goes like this. It comes past the Misfits and then like wanders a little bit to come back and join up there. And then Struhlhaus is the same way. It actually joins up like that. So, add text. So, arrow that away is a spaceport. Nope. So, there we go. So, yeah, you guys are basically right on a major thoroughfare going towards the place. All right. That away is more town. I don't have anything specific in idea for it, but if you have something you'd like to add, let me know.
City center?
Sure.
Like where in the industrial area, kind of?
Absolutely. Text. So
if something like that even exists.
I mean, yes, there's definitely
there's definitely the industry making mech parts on the place that shreds them.
Yes. So,
Mech parts, ammo, support for all said.
Yeah,
industries.
so things like ammo and parts come from the right. And all the fighters go down into the left, and so you guys are on basically in this part of town. There's maybe one more stable up in New Texas somewhere. So we'll add that too, but
the bulls.
The bulls? All right, I like it. Select you.
Because everything's big and nasty in space America.
I mean, accurate. So they are like unhappy about where they live because their stable is located there.
How are they getting supplied?
Well, that's the problem. Text.
Are they on the feeder from over near the snail house?
Yeah, so that is the mech stable, the bulls. I gotta add to my list. Nope. Move Alt there. All right, so add page. So they are America aligned. And yes, their road goes drawing a polygonal line. Is that the right color? I think it's the wrong color. No, I think it's... That is where they go. All right. Back to Decuma. All right. So they looked at and fight because they need to fight dirty. That we've helped out with fighting Valkyrie where needed. All right, who are they? Okay, I think that answers that question, unless you want to add anything else to it.
I'm loving it.
All right. Marina, your group question. Copy. Control Shift V. There is someone that everyone in our group cares about. Who is that person?
Let's see. In our group, so in the four of us, basically.
Yes, in the four of you, there is some NPC that all of you care about, and at least in the sense of I want to protect them, make sure that they don't come to harm, help them out if they're in trouble. I definitely want this to be somebody that I can give a problem to, that I want that your characters feel compelled's not the right word, but like you have a reason that you want to help them out as a group.
Right. I was thinking about someone who would be an apprentice engineer to Arnstein, a drinking buddy to Bob, probably a good, like, a best friend of Marina.
Okay.
But I'm not sure about Caleb. What would their relationship would be with them?
Drinking buddy.
I don't know if Caleb... Sure.
We already have one
drinking buddy to
Both Caleb and Bob are regularly having drinking contests with each other, so they're both fond of drinking.
Okay, so apprentice engineer to Arnstein, drinking buddy to Caleb and Bob, and friend to Marina. Do they work for Valkyrie or do they work somewhere else?
Well, since they're an apprentice engineer, I'm assuming they're part of Valkyrie.
Are they a mech warrior or a because mech warriors are assistant techs to the mechanics as well, so
just mechanic basically.
They are a mechanic for Valkyrie. All right, I need a name for him.
Let's see. First name John?
Okay.
Because easy. Last name, probably because he's from the region, something like Ito or something. Ito.
Ito? Okay, so to the Japanese people in the area, he'd be Ito John-san, and to you guys, he'd be just John Ito. All right, I like it. John Ito. All right. Continuing on down, Bob's group question. Control Shift V. There is another group that are our allies. Who are they, and do we trust them?
I guess we kind of discussed that a little bit about the Misfits. Unless you want me to pick a second group.
Let's X that and let's grab another question. How about?
Okay.
Because yeah, we already did kind of answer that question. So we're going to delete that one. And we've already done the High Priestess, so the Hierophant. Copy. Control Shift V. Hierophant. What is the one line in this group? What is the one line that no one in this group will cross?
Throw away beer.
Not a single drink spilled.
Generally, this is like, we're not murderers. We won't cheat. The reverse side, the reverse side of this, if you're curious, is what is the line that our group has already crossed? I should look up for the guys. Yes, like specifically that is what it is. So the reverse for the Hierophant is what line has this group, meaning you, the four of you, already crossed? Oh, so either the choices are either line you all refuse to cross, or the line that your group has already crossed.
We will not betray the lance, but the company is kind of questionable.
I like it.
So the line you are loyal. You are loyal to the end. LOYAL to the end. To your lance mates. Is secondary. Right. So you guys would never betray each other, but if push came to shove between you and the Valkyrie stable, you guys would choose you. I like it.
Yes.
I like it.
Yep.
I mean, is everybody okay with that? I mean, that's kind of, you know.
That is very Space Viking-ish.
It's good for me.
If
Yeah, right.
to choose between the lance and the stable.
Like my character, if the land or if the company would turn out to be like corrupt and bribe officials and stuff, that would definitely be true.
All right.
What's bribe? I mean, really.
Was that everybody?
Yeah, I
No.
believe I was the last one.
Oh yeah, it is. Yep.
I think I've got group answers for everybody. Okay, so do we want to add anything more? I do have more. I could do one more group draw if you guys are curious. Or we can, if you guys want to add anything else to the town before we wrap up, or any other like NPCs or something.
What was the question I had for you the other day
I don't know.
when we were talking back? It was, color scheme.
Oh, right. Yes. So, yes, we should determine the Valkyrie paint scheme.
Probably something with yellow, right? That's the idea I have of like Valkyrie stuff in general.
I was thinking Valkyrie. I was thinking silvers and blues for Valkyrie.
Really? Oh.
I don't know why. It just is that when I was talking to him earlier, that's what came to my mind.
I am open for anything. If you guys want to make it puke pink and bright purple, I mean, I already did that once from a BattleTech game, so.
I like the silver and blue idea. That seems like it could be pretty slick.
So main coloration, silver with blue highlights, or the reverse of that?
I think reverse.
So
main blue, highlight silver.
So stable Valkyrie.
And you could have a secondary color too, essentially silver highlights with yellow or gold, basically gold.
Gold.
Blue and gold mains with silver highlights.
There we go.
I like it.
That sounds awesome.
I like it. Do you guys want to colorize any of the other stables, or should we just leave them for now? I can come up with them.
I mean, one of the new Texans one should be red and blue, right? I guess the Bulls.
So the outfit isn't a mech warrior stable. That is a group of ne'er-do-wells.
Of what?
Ne'er-do-wells. That's a gang.
Ah, right.
I mean, they're going to have a uniform as well. They're going to be, mainly dressed out in a certain style of clothing.
Sure.
So the Bulls would be red and blue, I guess, right?
So the outfit. Okay, yeah, I'm down with that. So they have color, gang, as red and blue. I like it.
The Misfits scheme is that they don't have a scheme.
Ah, I like it.
The Bulls, dark grays and light grays for main with unknown by me accent.
Hold on, I'm still typing out Misfits. So color scheme is mismatch, no set colors. All right, so what was that, Zerder?
I was saying the Bulls could have like dark grays and light grays main colors with white as an accent. I don't know.
Okay, I like it.
Sounds kind of like American-y.
GHLIGHTS. All right. Escargot. I'm thinking there's got to be green in here somewhere.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
green and yellow. Just make your eyes bleed.
Oh.
Oh no!
So we're talking
Execute
like
yellow.
a forest green and lemon yellow, right?
Yeah, something like that, or maybe even closer to what you got behind you right now.
Oh, green
Oh,
screen
that
green.
There we go.
So this is neon green.
Yeah.
Neon green and lemon yellow. Okay, that. And they
But not shiny. Not shiny at all.
not shiny.
Just
So
like
this is
dull
matte. So and it's matte and the other thing is they use the I forget, it's like Razzle or the World War II ship paint.
Yeah, the camouflage where it's like a geometric or
Yeah.
mixed. It's not like an arms green and with yellow highlights. It's just stripes or
Dazzle camo.
What's that?
Dazzle camouflage.
Still missed the first word.
Dazzle.
Dazzle,
Not
thank
razzle.
you. Uses dazzle color scheme. There we go.
Squares aligned evenly uneven on the.
Right, there's
that's
no
fine.
symmetry. It doesn't follow any lines of the mech. Oh. Wow. Okay, that is painting a picture in my head and I love it. What about Strudel House?
The Strudel House, like hot pink and dark purple.
Hot
The silliness of it.
All right, I like it. All right. I think that's got everybody colored. Or no, the bulls haven't been colored. Yeah, they do. Dark and light gray. All right. Anything else we should add to the world? NPCs, like anything else you guys want to add before we wrap up for the day?
A local famous restaurant, maybe.
Sure.
I had a name ready.
Futomono, is it nearby your guys' place, or do you have to go a ways to get there?
Let's say between us and the city center, but could be quite close.
All right, so I need a objects and tokens. So we're going to no.
What's the distance on a hex?
I'm gonna go with a hex is about a city block.
It's 5 feet. No, I'm joking.
So a mile. Draw shape. We're gonna make this
Around
that color.
that would be
So that
5 miles. Seems walkable. 4 miles.
We'll go with 4 miles. So this is
Futomono.
text.
Cute.
I like it. So this is Futamono. Oh, oopsie. Futamono. Oh,
Basically,
FUTM.
lidded dish. So like a covered dish. So they do like stuff like taking home stuff and lunches and
Right.
basically take off, not like dinner thing.
All right.
Not a
GG.
hangout and drink spot.
No, not a hangout and drink.
I got a decent idea for a name for a bar that could be close to Futamono.
I was gonna say we definitely need one.
The Rusted Bolt.
Oh,
There we
nice!
go.
I like it.
All right. So Futamono restaurant is head chef. KYO Taro.
That's the bolt in Japanese. Is that?
Okay, I love it. Restaurant Futamono. Okay.
With the set piece of the actually rusted lower knee actuator of some famous mech that lost its leg or something.
Mm-hmm. Come on, let me grab. Hold on.
Sabita Boruto.
All right. Select you. Copy.
Why does bolt so much sound like bolt in Japanese? Boruto.
Because it's probably a loan word.
Probably.
Okay, so we want to put it
Exactly.
next to the Futamono, or we want to put it somewhere else on the map?
Closer to the Valkyrie, maybe between Valkyrie and Misfits somewhere.
I was actually thinking,
Like here?
I had an idea that it was half a block further away from the Futamono, so that we always went past it on the way home.
Oh, so
Oh,
the
grab
Futamono
drunk
is your
food.
drunk walking back from the bar place?
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. What do you guys think? I'm going to move Futamono a little closer then. Because that's a long walk. So we're going to move you there. Oopsie. Alt. And then the bar, we're going to move you to here. And this
That looks about right.
this is the SABITA BUBROUT. How do I spell? BRUTO.
BORU.
Right. Click off. Oh, that works about right. We're gonna actually rename this local. So this is the Futamono restaurant. Head chef Kayotero, and this is the SABITA. So why do you guys walk like 5 miles? BORUTO. Like, what compels you to go to this place over some place that's like a little closer?
It's the one bar we haven't been kicked out of.
And no matter what you've done, you guys have started bar fights and everything else, and they still won't kick you out.
And they let us run a tab.
Yes, definitely the tab.
I'm gonna go with the one bar that lets the party. How
Also-
many? What did we decide was the name for the Kurita bills? That came up earlier in stream, Zerder.
K-Bills, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, but there was a better name.
No, I think it was Ryu.
Ryu, RYU.
Hang on, searching.
So that is the Kurita currency is the Ryu. I'm pretty certain. I want to know every MIR. Shoot, MIRENA. So in Ryu, which are it's about 10-1, Ryu 2 C-bills. How many? What is your tab, Marina?
In Ryu,
In Ryu, yes.
how much would like a single beer be? Like
A single beer would be in C-bills would be about 2, so probably 15 Ryu for a beer ish.
I would say about 50 beers ish that we are in tap and the group, right?
No, for you personally, your tab.
Oh, then probably like 25.
So 25 beers worth?
Well, I mean over several days, right? It's not like-
Yeah. This has been, building up for a while. So 375 you owe 375 Ryu. Next in the list, Heath, Bob. How much do you owe? What's your tab?
So between drinks, buying drinks for pretty women, and all the broken bar stools and tables, I would say probably just north of 1,200.
All right. Okay. Hedge. 400. Nice. Caleb, I love it. 401. It's very specific. And Arnstein.
Had like a side dish that was like 9 or
I'm gonna go with about 400 because of the signature drink from New Bergen, which only Sabita Boruto managed to make properly, and also it's the only place I'm allowed in anymore.
All right. And one question. So this works out for a group tab. Hold on, I got a math.
1,376.
No, more than that.
Oh, more.
No.
That's 2,200, 2,300, something like that.
2,376.
Two,
sorry.
yeah, so total. So every time, so the total tab. You guys know your own personal tabs. So the total tab, whenever you guys are leaving the bar, is So what did we? So total tab is 26, 20,
2376.
2376. Is that right?
Bob has a
800.
1,200. Me and Caleb has 801.
Yeah, okay.
And Mirena has a
2,076, right?
debt of 25
Okay.
beers, which would turn out for as
375.
375.
375 plus 1,200. I have a calculator. Yeah, no, 2376. You guys are right. You can math. So the parties tab is 2376. You guys know your individual tabs. You don't know everybody's tab, but you guys always leave as a group, and the last time you guys left, they yelled, "So when are you gonna pay your 3,300 Ryu?" So there's an extra 1,000 in there somewhere, and none of you know why.
I can see why they let us in.
But they remind you every time you leave the bar that you have this 3,300 Ryu tab outstanding. All right. Well, anything else we should add before we go?
I had an idea about a minor tool shop or like a Home Depot for mech parts,
Sure.
nuts and bolts and connectors and whatnot.
Sure. What is it?
I didn't get that far in the thinking.
Okay, where is it?
Close to where the about where the hex where it says city in city center, about
Okay.
over there.
So somewhere.
Not close, but
I'm gonna put it
close-ish.
like there. It's off the main route.
yeah.
All right. Now I need a name for this place.
11 miles. Seems about right.
And you guys have access to cars and stuff, so it's not terrible to drive. All right. So this place is the Mixed Nuts.
I love it.
All right. So this is the Mixed Nuts. And it is a mech parts supply store. I will say that ammunition is fairly okay. So going back to our other map and explaining a little bit, full vision. No, it helps if I go there as well. So you guys, you have to so you know, after a battle, you guys pull in, and the first thing that happens is all of the ammo is removed from your mech, because explosives, and you guys live above this place. It is then stored basically off the north edge of this drawing in a building that is heavily reinforced on the four walls and not reinforced on the roof. And so and ammunition in general is very highly like
Explosive.
well, yes, but also people like city officials care very deeply about you guys having the amount of ammunition on hand that you say you have, and none of it having gone missing, because a couple of clusters of AC20 of AC20 or a couple of rounds of AC20 can ruin a building. So they want to make sure, like the city officials, you guys are in a city, want to make sure that you don't have any more ammunition than you need for your upcoming matches, that your ammunition isn't being siphoned off to some sort of terrorist organization that we may or may not have covered in this. And that it's like properly stored, so it's like unloaded from the mechs at the end of combat, only loaded into mechs like the hour or 2 hours before you guys are loading onto the truck. That said, I will say, like, there are restrictions on, like, your mech. You can't just drive it outside the front of the building and start shooting at buildings, because they learned that lesson a few hundred years ago. There are interlocks that prevent your mech from shooting while it's in town. Now, you could work around those. Say if your building's being assaulted and you really need to start shooting up some cars, yeah, you could probably work around that given some time. Anyway, I don't know why I went off on that rant, but we're here. Anything else we want to add to the city before we wrap up?
I just want to clarify. I envisioned the mixed nuts as where you go to get the electrical connectors, the gas connectors, the small bits and bobs you can sort of take in the trunk of a car, not the big things you need to have delivered.
You're not going to have they aren't going to have a mech's hand just sitting on the shelf. Hey, yeah, I want a Phoenix Hawk hand.
What about a servo motor for a joint? It's probably too big or too, right?
That's like the size of your head, so it could go either way.
Right, got it.
Or like armor plating might be out of the question.
Yeah.
Yeah, armor plating comes in, like, you guys get pallets of the stuff.
Okay.
You need to replace them often.
You go through a lot. Takes an armor plate is one of those things. It per the game rules, it takes 5 minutes to replace 1 point of armor. So the stuff isn't like, you can probably manhandle a single point of armor's worth of armor plating. But yeah, you guys literally have pallets of that sitting in your bay.
Anyone have like family or something near? Probably not, right?
I don't. Possibly. I don't think I'm going to add them to the map necessarily,
Right.
unless it becomes important somehow. All right. Well, I think we'll go ahead and wrap up here. If you guys want to add anything else to the map, just let me know, and we can. But we will come back again in 2 weeks to start off session 1, where something might explode. We'll find out. Thanks everybody for watching. Bye.